Hey, what it do, what it do, what it do, what it do. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. It is D. Tyrone Caliber back again on a special version of the Mass Effect Protocols. Now, this is not Coffee Cup Fridays because, well, it's Tuesday, so it couldn't be Coffee Cup Friday. You get the idea. Give me a second. Always got to check if my filters work. Okay, cool. But anyway, welcome to a special version of the Mass Effect Protocol. I am D. Tyrone Caliber. I know I already just said all the intro stuff or whatever, but reason why I'm doing this today is because the day is, to everybody else, it is November 7th, right? A regular November 7th day, or it's closing in on November 8th to, depending on what part of the world that you're on. But anyway, to people like myself who have really dove into the Mass Effect series, at least up until like the beginning of 3, I have, or N7 Day is basically, it's something special to us Mass Effect fans, right? N7, to those who don't know, is basically the classification of soldier that Commander Shepard, your player character, actually is. It is one of the highest, if not the highest. I explained this during Coffee Cup Fridays, but the best way of saying it is your highest job skill level, if I may use the phrase. That, in a layman's term, is what N7 is. But this one's not going to be my, my usual longer streams where, we're going 3 hours or something like that. This one is going to be fairly short. Relatively short, if I may use the phrase. After talking to or reading the chat with TD last time, we are no longer in the captain's bedroom, the personal office of Commander Shepard. Right now, we are in the kitchen of the Normandy in Mass Effect 2. So what the plan is for the day is, I am gonna yuck it up a bit about how I got into the series, how I got into spacefaring games in general, even back in day and such. And then we are going to see what our good friend Admiral Hackett's up to, along with nuking a base from orbit. Because, we kind of want to end N7 Day with a bang. Just have a literal bang. But anyway, first off, how I got into the Mass Effect series. Right. Well, first off, what is Mass Effect? To those who don't know, because I know some of my viewers are not inherently gamers. So the types of games that I play, I normally play a lot of RPGs. You're not always going to see Mass Effect on this channel. There are going to be some changes. as it goes on, but Mass Effect is a series that is near and dear to my heart. But Mass Effect is basically a spacefaring role-playing game. It is more of your closer to your traditional this is the direction that you go, third-person view, whatever, series where you gallivant throughout the entire galaxy and you take out this looming threat called the Reapers. Now, I haven't finished the series. I have not finished Andromeda either. And that's what kind of this series is about. Me finally fixing that problem and finishing the series. But in a basic term, it is your spacefaring story or spacefaring game with a very good story. Like that, I'm gonna get into why I love Mass Effect as much as I do later, but one of the reasons why I'm so connected to this series is I love the story so far. I absolutely love the story. I used to have the books when I played this in, I want to say 2009, when Mass Effect 2 first came out and whatever. But yeah, I love the story of this series. I lost my books when I was moving from South Dakota and retiring back home. So I need to start getting those back and getting all the book series, the comic series, the movies. I still haven't watched Paragon Lost solely because I haven't finished 2 yet, at least in this playthrough. But we'll get to that later. But in a nutshell, it is your spacefaring series. Looks wise, if you want a somewhat of an equivalent, you could probably say a bit closer to Gears of War than to say something like Starfield. Even though Gears of War is more terrestrial than it is spacefaring, look and gameplay wise, it is a little closer to Gears of War than it is something like, say, Starfield. But the question of the day we have out here is, what got you into your favorite series? What got me into Mass Effect? We have to go way back. We got to go back to even before I really got into video games kind of seriously. Right? Pops and I, Pops is the one that got me into watching the old Star Trek. And I'm talking the old Captain Kirk Star Trek. I was obviously on the back end of the old Star Trek series, but Pops and I used to watch it. Like, sometimes it'd be the old tapes. Sometimes it would come on TV or whatever. But where my head really started wrapping around the whole spacefaring travel and what me wanting to be an astronaut at one point in my life was The Next Generation. Captain Jean-Luc Picard. It is my second favorite series. Yes, I have my biases, but it's my second favorite series in the Star Trek series, right? In the whole, Star Trek as a whole. So I got into watching that, like I said, with my pops, and it became a nightly thing that we wanted to watch. Even if it was, I don't remember if it came on every night or if it came on just on Sunday nights. But either way, we would watch it live and at least 3 to 4 times a week, we would end up watching the the VHS tapes. You know, when we recorded it on the VCR back when those things actually existed. But yeah, we would end up watching those. And at one point in my life, like I said before, Star Trek is what led to me wanting to, at one point in my life, becoming an astronaut. So which Emmy character would my pops be? That's an interesting question. You know, I'm gonna answer it a different way. To those who followed me even back from my Twitch days or whatever, all of my characters that I play are a bit interlinked in this really convoluted story. How somehow my Final Fantasy character is a descendant or is literally the son of my Monster Hunter character, and my Stardew Valley character is a descendant to my Final Fantasy 14 character, and my Mass Effect character Curtis is, I believe he's the nephew of my Stardew Valley character. So, and of course my Stardew Valley character is also somehow the same person as my SAS Zombie Assault character. So yeah, it gets convoluted. That's a whole nother explanation for today, but I don't think I can honestly say any of the characters in Mass Effect I could say what my pops would be. How do I put this? I don't know in Mass Effect 3 if the father of Shepard comes up, but I always look at, if you wonder where my actual dad would be, he would be the father of Curtis, right? And knowing my pops, like if y'all seen my Instagram video of Jerome versus Curtis and whatever, for lack of a better phrase, Hannah, Curtis's mother, that's Curtis. Curtis takes after his mother, right? You know, tries to do the right thing, you know, the whole Paragon thing and blah, 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 and whatever. Curtis's middle name is Jerome. Jerome takes after his daddy. In fact, my version of Commander Shepard's entire name is Curtis Jerome Caliber Shepard Jr. So his daddy is Curtis Jerome. Jerome is the quote-unquote renegade side of Curtis. What you saw and how he handled the Batia quest, that is completely Jerome. That is completely what his daddy would have done in his younger days. But yeah, Kurt's daddy, I don't know if I could actually point him to a certain person, because it wouldn't be Captain Anderson. Jerome sounds like he has too many babies. No, you know the funny thing is, Jerome is one of those people that's like, for lack of a better phrase, his money stays with him. So he ain't gonna have a lot of child support payments that's coming up. On the opposite end, his first shirt might have had to get him out of county a couple of times, if I may use the phrase. Jerome, how he got Hannah, at least my headcanon is, how he got Hannah, and of course, Curtis being born, is he talked a hole in her head. He just kept talking. They met one night at the base club. Jerome just started talking. And you know that whole phrase you hear like with car dealerships and all this other stuff like that? Never let them leave. Never let them leave the parking lot. Kurt never let her leave the parking lot without the number. That's just kind of what it was. But that was Jerome. Jerome's issue was never he a pimp or anything. Jerome's issue was he liked to fight. That was his problem. Got demoted because an officer was a little bit too big for his britches and whatever. So let's just say, what did the 5 fingers say to the face? So yeah, that was Jerome's problem. Jerome's problem is he likes to fight too much. So whenever you see the renegade side of him coming out, yeah, he is daddy's son. So yeah, no. Rome is a family man, but Rome ain't but all that talking. He is one of those ones where he hears what Curtis is doing, is like, oh, you try to do this diplomatically. Look, I understand, but look, I'll be honest with you, bro. With this whole Sarin nonsense, I ain't about all that talking. I'd have left that investigation halfway through, like, oh, y'all ain't listening? Bye. Udina, Captain Anderson wouldn't have punched him. He told Kurt to punch him. But yeah, that's Jerome. That is Curtis Shepard's daddy. He fight too much. He was a handful even growing up. But that's a long way of answering your question, TD, that I can't really think of anybody that I could point to in the series to say Jerome would be. You know, Curtis's daddy would be. He ain't quite Krogan because, like, Krogan are seriously about that action, but that's like bred into them. Like if we coming with the smoke, we coming with the full smoke. Like only one of us is leaving alive type smoke, right? He's not Captain Anderson because if you read Revelations, if you read, Mass Effect Revelations, Captain Anderson was so dedicated to his job that it broke his family. Rome loved the Alliance. He don't love it that much. He dedicated to his job, but at the same time, he also knows, look, when the clock is over, bye. I'm going home. I came here to do this job and I'm going home. That's it. So Rome ain't that dedicated. He was dedicated enough to retire, and that's it. But yeah, that's a long way of answering that question. But going back to what I was talking about earlier about how I actually got into Mass Effect. I got into Mass Effect, like I was saying earlier, I got into Mass Effect through Star Trek. A lot of times of watching, especially the Next Generation, I would go outside when the stars and stuff were out, actually sit on the back of my parents' car and just look up at the sky, you know. I always wondered what was out there, I always wanted to be out there. I wasn't at the level of I want to be an astronaut yet, but I always just wanted to be out there. What was out there, you know, being on the Enterprise and all this other stuff like that. The astronaut stage of my life came when Deep Space Nine shows up with Captain Benjamin Sisko. And that was 100% when I wanted to be an astronaut. I absolutely wanted to be an astronaut at that point. I didn't know the first step of how to become one and whatever. And granted, being an astronaut admittedly was more of a phase, but that was the point where I really wanted to be an astronaut. I just didn't know how. And I do wonder sometimes what would have happened if I knew how to become an astronaut at that stage of my life. Would I have ever joined the military? I don't know. But like around that time of the Super Nintendo, when it comes to games in and of themselves, because Star Trek wasn't the only influence, right? I had two other influences that really stuck to me. And when I think of Mass Effect, especially even in the ways of the Normandy in and of itself, two of the games that stuck with me for the Super Nintendo, one of them was Darius Twins. Darius Twins was a space shoot 'em up, linear shooting game or whatever, right? It was one of the games I was definitely good at. And I don't know why, but I was always adept at playing these types of games, playing these types of space shoot 'em ups and whatever. But Darius Twins was one of them. It was more side-scrolling, like your Contras and all this other stuff like that. And the other one was... Is this both of them? That's... The other one... Let me change this up real quick. Thought I had that one ready. There we go. The other one was Axelay. Axelay was a forward, what is it? For lack of a better phrase, it was a top-down forward shooting game. And I was good at that one too. But I loved Axelay. But my mind was always on, I just want to play every space game that I can find. because I want to be out in space. I want to be not necessarily planet hopping or anything, but I want to be out in space, right? So between Axley, Darius twins, and side note, I loved Axley as much as I did. I still remember, even after decades of not playing it, when you chose your weapons, there was a voice that showed up that said, "Armament systems is complete. Good luck." In fact, whenever you would hear me say, "Good luck," that actually came from Axley. But anyway, that's another story. But between that, Benjamin Sisko, and the 2 Super Nintendo games, and me looking out in space constantly. In fact, some of the first stories that I wrote back in middle school and high school and stuff like that had to deal with a spacefaring adventure, right? I studied the solar system mainly because it was just space. That was it. That was the whole purpose. That was the whole point of that period of my life. It was just space. Don't get me wrong. What you also see on, what you also see me, on, especially when I'm on Tony's channel, you'll see me play a lot of Final Fantasy 14, but I am a Final Fantasy head. But my favorite moments in Final Fantasy was going to space in Final Fantasy 4, going to space again in the Ragnarok in Final Fantasy 8. I've always wanted to be in a 0G environment, right? I just want to experience it one time. Just being in the 0G environment. I do want to, if I could do one thing, to be honest with you, I would love to take the astronaut training program and vlog it. I would always want to, probably for the last year and some change, I've always wanted to get to the place where I want to take the astronaut training program, right? And basically vlog it. I just want to experience it, right? I told y'all before, one of the other questions of the day, if you can find a place where, if you can do a live stream from a different place, I told y'all mine would be the International Space Station. And whatever, whether I'm playing Mass Effect or whether I'm playing like Starfield or something like that, I would love to do that from the International Space Station. And I want to do it one time, just to experience it, right? And that's actually on my, I don't like using this term because I got a ton of life left. I still feel very youthful. So when you start hearing people, oh, I'm in my 40s, man, I'm old. I'm not gonna go on a full tangent about this, but when I hear people say, oh man, I'm 40, I'm old, and whatever, that actually kind of offends me. Because I've never subscribed to, oh, I'm in my 40s, man, I'm old. There's still so much I want to do. And there's still so much I believe my body can take. Especially after retiring and all the injuries that I had before and how I've been bouncing back from that. It's like there's so much more I want to do. So yeah, going through the astronaut training program, even if it's like the tourist version, I'd love to do it. I just want to do it one time. But anyway, yeah, I always, between me and my pops, we always talked about it. Deep Space Nine. This is one series. Mass Effect is one series. Rest in power to my pops, but this is one series I wish, like, if I could do a live stream with one person, it would be playing Mass Effect with my pops. Now, outside of me, we were kind of a gamer household and whatever, but I think honestly, sitting there just watching my pops play this game would bring me like a ton of joy, because he would get it. He would get it, because I can honestly tell you, he would look at Commander Shepard and say, "Oh, that's Benjamin Sisko." Especially the first time he would stand at the CIC. Oh yeah, that's Benjamin Sisko. And he would regale you tales of how much like Star Trek this would feel like. And as a side note, I never really got into Star Wars. I will never say that I'm a Trekkie by any stretch of the imagination, but I never really got into Star Wars, so it's hard for me to make that connection. But Mass Effect and Star Trek was always that connection with me. But yeah, I would love to see, there's one person in my life that I would love to have seen play this game and live watch. It would be Mass Effect. And yeah, I mean, I've been thinking about that probably since the first iteration of Mass Effect 1, and we'll talk about my playing timeline in a minute, but yeah, it's that this would have been an amazing series for him to play. I would have wondered how he would have taken Mass Effect 2 working with Cerberus. Both of us being prior military and stuff. I wonder how he would have taken working for Cerberus, working for the Elusive Man. Wonder how he would have taken it. It's one of the reasons why I base Curtis's pops off of my own pops, because it is my way of feeling like, he's watching me play this game. He's watching me experience basically Star Trek again, and stuff like that. So I honestly believe this series would have been something special to him, Now, granted, this is also coming from a guy who has not finished the original trilogy yet. So I can't wait till we get to Mass Effect 3, because then it will be a legitimate, this is my first playthrough. Because right now, this is a first and a half playthrough. I barely remember this game. Some things are coming up as I experience them. It's coming back to memory, like, the Jacob incident that some of y'all have saw, and how pissed off I was about what happened to it. And I'll let me get that out of the way right now. It's more of a therapy thing. I hated going through Jacob's quest. TD, I'm gonna turn your question a little bit. If there's one person I can honestly connect to in this series so far, I connect more to Jacob in one aspect, in only one aspect. Jacob's attitude in Mass Effect 2 reminds me so much of me at work. Like when I was still in the military and stuff, not his family issues, because I cannot identify with that. You know, my pops and I were close. We were seriously close, whether it be sports or anything else. So much of what I know I got from my pops. I don't know if I would have loved this series as much as I did if it wasn't for my pops. But Jacob's demeanor reminds me so much of at work. I wasn't necessarily the people person. If you would have asked me would I ever stream anything while I was still in the military, no, I would barely post stuff on Facebook. You know, while Facebook was in its serious heyday, I barely posted stuff on there. I think I posted stuff on Facebook when I was talking to a specific person, but other than that, no. But yeah, this series is something that I would have loved my pops to play, but Jacob is probably the closest thing to myself that I may be able to point to, solely because of the work aspect. But if I could point to somebody like myself now, I don't know yet. I honestly don't know yet. Maybe when we get to Mass Effect 3, maybe even when we get to Andromeda. I don't know. I can't even say Anderson. You know, if I could say retired me, yeah, I can't think of one, to be honest. That's about it. But no, but as in how I actually got into Mass Effect, the game in and of itself, right? I was playing Dragon Age, right? I stumbled into Dragon Age, and one of my buddies from Japan, when I was stationed in Japan, one of my old buddies got me into Dragon Age. And I enjoyed the series, absolutely enjoyed the series. And whatever, but I was just playing the first Dragon Age around that time. And he knew how much I loved space, you know, the whole spacefaring side of things and whatever. But he's like, if you love that style of gameplay, why don't you give Mass Effect a try? And the minute he showed me what Mass Effect was, I instantly took to it. Like, I need that game. I think I ended up getting the game that day and stopped playing Dragon Age for a while. Especially when he told me Mass Effect 2 was coming out fairly soon. So I got the game, I blew through it. To those who remember, and I think I still have both series when I was doing it on Twitch and when I was doing it on YouTube. But Vermeer in both playthroughs still hurt. The first time I did it in the original Mass Effect 1, it hurts, but it also, like, to those who remember when I was streaming this on Twitch, there is one streamer, or one person that was on Twitch that I follow. Great person. You know, first off, shout out to my old Twitch chat. Some of y'all who have followed me over to YouTube, I still love y'all. Y'all still see my name, Curtis Caliber Shepherd, in some of y'all's chats. I appreciate y'all, because when we got to the Caden or the Vermeer mission and having to leave Caden behind, it hurt. It really did hurt, because it was one of those situations to where somebody is going to die and you can't save them. No matter how much of a quote unquote hero, protagonist, paragon, whatever that you are, you can't save everybody. And Caden had to go, and it hurt. It really hurt in doing it. And I remember that stream very well, because I was shook. I was really shook, because I hated, you know, I remembered after playing it for the second time, I remembered what that mission did. And let's just say there was a lot of old wounds that came to the surface that day. And I remember the person that was in the chat, the music, she was interested in getting this game. And I told her, this is the hardest emotionally part of this game, but it's also the biggest selling point. If I can sell you on this game, it is Vermeer. Vermeer is the reason why you should play this game. It's also the hardest one to get through emotionally, on a different way that the Jacob mission is. But the hardest part of Mass Effect 1 is Vermeer, and having to leave one of your crew members off, and just having to stand there watching the nuke go off. And it hurt. It really did hurt. And it's one of those situations to where you would hope in real life you never have to make that decision. And you know, R.I.P. to Caden, or Ash, if you were one of those ones who left Ash behind. You know, R.I.P. to the homie, because whether you liked them or not, they went out like a G. You know, but that was what hooked me. And you know, people talk about like the Aerith situation in FF7, how it ticks a lot of people off, and some people were in tears. I remember that wholeheartedly, because side note, when that happened in Final Fantasy VII, the original for the PlayStation, we got to that point, and that was literally grown men who were not RPG fans, grown men crying over that episode. I remember when the air situation happened, I was just mad. That was it. I was just pissed off. I remember blowing up Caden and just setting the controller on my lap. And I think I spent 10 or so minutes just looking at my screen. And it hurt. it hurt watching him. It really did hurt watching him. You know, I want to say it was later on in that night, so it wasn't, I don't think it was over the speakers, but I had this huge freaking TV that I bought after one of my deployments, and I had the sound going from my Xbox straight to my headphones, and hearing the explosion from the nuke on Vermeer, it hurt. It just really hurt looking at this, like, because Caden, as much as, you know, some people are like, Caden's really boring and all that. I looked at Caden as the officer that I enjoyed talking to, you know. I always enjoyed, like, that officer that was a step away from being enlisted and whatever. He was the enlisted person that went to college first and would tell you, like, sir, to be honest with you, this is bull. You know, Caden was one of those ones where if he saw a senior NCO or whatever, he's like, yeah, you know, sir, what is it that you need? And blah, 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 blah. He would also tell you, like, look, you're the one with all the experience. I'm just the guy with the rank. That's what I got out of Caden. So I would always end up talking to him after every mission and blah, 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 blah. And it hurt. It hurt losing him, you know, because you kind of lose that after that. You don't get that really with Jacob. Because Jacob does come across as more of an enlisted guy. Not saying he's a bad guy to hang around with, but at the same time, Jacob is focused on his work. But to those who don't play Mass Effect, who want to play Mass Effect, I'm telling you now, by the time you get to Vermeer, it's going to hook you. It really is going to hook you. But I also remember one of the reasons why I call Mass Effect 2 my player and a half, or my playthrough and a half, is because I had a friend of mine that was coming down 3 days after Mass Effect 2 dropped. I made it a point to say I'm going to beat Mass Effect 2 before my friend showed up. And I blew through that game. I think the only person who died was Morden, but I blew through that game, right? And like none of it registered. Even with Morden dying, it never bothered me because my head was on hurry up and finish the game. Because in fact, with Mass Effect 2, I finished the game, I want to say 2 hours before my partner got here, before that plane landed. So none of it, I never processed anything. So this time around, I have time. I can process a lot of this stuff. It's the main reason why the Jacob one during my first ever playthrough of Mass Effect unnerved me. This time around, I was pissed. And like I was telling you about earlier, like with my pops, I love my pops. My pops and I have a very, we had a very close relationship and stuff. It hurt. It really hurt with this whole Jacob thing, because I still remember that. I was like thinking as a father, you have failed. You know, you have absolutely failed. You're supposed to be there for your son. Why are you doing this? And I wanted to wally mop this man. Still wanted to wally mop this man. That's why I made the choice of, oh, we can spare the ammo. It's fine. But like this time around, I could emotionally process this game so far, and it does feel like I'm reliving the game, or shall I say, it kind of does feel like I'm playing the game for the first time again. But you know, it does feel like I enjoyed my time when my friend came down. Don't get me wrong. But also it did feel like I didn't get to enjoy Mass Effect 2. So getting to Mass Effect 3, I think I played up until we left Earth. And then other things got in, you know, real life started kicking in and stuff like that, and I never got a chance to finish it. Right? So I'm enjoying this second time around playing this series, you know. And even speedrunning Mass Effect 1 is a whole different experience. You know, how fast can you get through this game? You know, it's what turned me into speedrunning, because I always looked at speedrunning as, you know, don't you want to enjoy the game and whatnot? But it's this time around, it is a different dynamic in playing Mass Effect 1, gunning through it. I was so proud of myself for not just getting myself on the leaderboard, on speedrun.com. I have surpassed that time by an hour, and it's getting closer and closer to being a more competitive time. And you know, it made me feel good with Tony telling me, like, saying thank you for showing him some of the tips and tricks for speedrunning and stuff like that. It made me feel good. It made me feel like I was part of the speedrun community and stuff like that. So it's been a blast. Hold on, give me a Chotomate Kudasai. You know, one of my channels that I follow on Twitch, I'm still learning like the YouTube Mass Effect channels and stuff like that, but people like I hope I'm getting her name right, but I just call her Blue, but Lil Blue Mozati, you know, I've been enjoying watching her play the Mass Effect series. Now granted, I haven't, like I've said before, I haven't beaten Mass Effect 2, or I haven't beaten Mass Effect 3 and Andromeda yet, so whenever I see those words on the screen, I avoid at all costs. But her doing the Insanity Run challenges, it's something that I can't wait to get into. 305, who you'll sometimes see in chat, he's doing the Mass Effect Insanity playthrough. I want to get into it. Right now, I'm not there yet. One series I want to do is the entire game, the entire main story, shall I say, on foot. I can only do it on foot. No, what is it? No Mako until the end, until Ilos, because of course you're not fast enough to make that run. But yeah, no Mako until Ilos. So everything has to be on foot. Can't wait to dive into some of the challenges and stuff like that, but I've been enjoying getting into the Mass Effect community. This is my first in 7 day that I'm actually celebrating, you know. I got my new Mass Effect shirt, you know, and stuff like that. I like I said, I enjoy it. I love it. I absolutely love this series. I love the team. I love the squad. I know there's been a lot of issues going on with the potential Mass Effect 5. Y'all need to get that resolved because I need more Mass Effect series to look forward to beyond Andromeda and whatever, but no, this is just, I know tough for an entire hour, but this series has been near and dear to my heart. This has been as much of an influence on me as Final Fantasy has. You know, I'm not gonna spoil it, but you know, there's a particular point, if y'all were here for my FF14 streams on my old Twitch channel last year, there was a particular armor set that you got from PvP that I just kept laughing about, saying, oh, this is the Commander Shepard armor, because between that armor and the PvP weapon, it looks like if there was a Final Fantasy Mass Effect collab, that's what that armor would kind of look like. And one of the Hildebrand weapons looks like it's an upgraded version of the Mass Effect Final Fantasy hybrid. So I've absolutely enjoyed this series up to this point. I can't wait to finally finish 3. I can't wait to experience Andromeda myself. You know, I don't read a lot of or watch a lot of reviews on a lot of these games until after I've beat them, you know, because I don't want to sour myself on what this series is. It's kind of like with, I kind of feel in the same space I was with Final Fantasy 14, because I played from 1.0 to Heaven's Ward, took a 5-year break, and when I came back and I met Tony and whatever, met a lot of the FF14 community, I was like, I can't wait to get to the end so I can honestly feel like I'm part of the community. You know, that's kind of the same way I feel right now. Like, I'm not necessarily avoiding Mass Effect videos like the plague, but also at the same time, I'm kind of avoiding them because I want to experience it. I want to feel like I'm part of the community before I really make anything. You know I'm doing the side quest, which I'm a little behind on. I know I'm doing the side quest videos and stuff like that to kind of cut my teeth into the community. You know, but I want to get as much as I can out of this series. I just enjoy it. I love it. I absolutely love it. I want to get that time down. I am coming for that top spot because, you know, I'm competitive. That's just kind of how I am. But especially when it comes to racing, I am competitive. But I just can't can't wait. I can't wait to see where the story ends up. And I believe after I'm done with that, I can start doing deeper dives into the Mass Effect series, get back into the books, and I'm a fan, go for it. Thank you. You know, like I said, I'm not always going to be just playing Mass Effect on my live streams and stuff, because there's other spacefaring games I want to play and whatnot. I have what I'm going to be eventually start calling my alternate timeline Curtis universe. But the reason why I call it alternate timeline, because this Curtis is the main, you know, because Mass Effect, now that I'm here and I can dive more into it, I can learn more of this engrossing story, you know, the story that was supposed to be written and whatever. I'm a sucker for a good story, and you give me a good story, I want to dive into it. I want to dive closer into it, because like I've said before, Curtis is my way of not only being an astronaut, but this is the closest to me being Benjamin Sisko. You know, I know my wife asked me if I had the chance to take a cruise to space. I don't think she even finished the question. I said, yes, I would. Absolutely. I absolutely would. Remember, I'm the guy that said I would love to do a live stream from the International Space Station. I would love to be on the International Space Station. I would love to be on the Starship Enterprise. I would love to be on Deep Space Nine. I would love to be on the Ragnarok from the Final Fantasy series. You know, be on the Normandy. Hopefully I'd be on leave when the Collector showed up in the beginning of ME2, but yeah, you get the idea. Stuff like that. I would love to be, you know, on Arcturus, all these other different things. I would just love to be there. I would love to be on Eden Prime, like step foot on Eden Prime. Yes. What's my position on Alf? You know, the funny thing is, like, your Alfs, your Mork and Mindy's, I believe that was the series where aliens come to Earth. I don't know if I would have the real true appreciation of them. Like, if I were to ever meet Alf, as weird as it sounds, okay, I would be in so much of a split mindset, because if I look at it through the eyes of Mass Effect, I'd actually be disappointed, to be honest. It's like, this is my first alien. Basically a very heavily furry mole. I'm expecting like Turians, Krogan, Prothean, Asari, I'd even take the Elcor, Hanar, I cannot remember the other name of the race, but the shorter ones that need the breeding apparatus. I cannot remember that name off the top of my head. Volus. Stuff like that. You know, I'm used my head would go to those are aliens. You know, even Batarian, you know, that's what I would be expecting. Alf, looking at it through the mindset of a Mass Effect fan, I would actually be disappointed. Now, if I were to go with my more Final Fantasy side, yeah, I would be less disappointed in Alf, but my wonder is, would Alf be more disappointed in me? Because I wouldn't necessarily look at him as an alien, I would look at him as a fantasy character. So I would wonder if Alf would be disappointed in, is this what you think aliens are? Well, I'm looking at you right now, so it's not that far from the course. You know? Like, I don't know, it would be weird because if you told me the first alien I would meet would be Alf, I would be kind of disappointed. To be honest, if my first one would be like Superman. If you told me Superman's actual look, like what he actually looks like, would be John Jones, aka Martian Manhunter, yeah, I would roll with it. Cause like, oh, that's an alien. You know, he just turns himself into Clark Kent to blend in with the human population. But if you tell me, no, Clark Kent, Superman, he just looks like a human that lived on an Earth with extra gravity, I'd be kind of disappointed. I would look at it more like, bro, you're a human who lived on a human colony. It's just, there are different versions of humans. That's just it, you know? Like, if you told me my first alien I've met was a Saiyan that can turn into a giant gorilla when the moon comes out, I'll give you a little bit more of a pass. Like, okay, that looks like some aliens type stuff. But Alf, you know, as a massive, if I'm looking at it from a Mass Effect end, I can give you E.T. I would actually give you E.T. Like, legit, this is an alien. Now, if I was looking at it through the eye, because I would, yeah, to be honest, I would look at it through the eyes of, okay, E.T. is more like the Volus. You know, I would look at him kind of like the Volus. Like, I don't necessarily expect you to murk me or anything else. Like, if it's just an alien that just showed up or whatever and it's E.T. and you told me E.T.'s race was a member of the council races and all this other stuff like that, okay, I can dig with that. You know, I could live with it. I would not be as nervous about it. Now, if you told me E.T. was a Krogan, like if you found, in the same way you found E.T., you found a Krogan and he comes out of the ship going, oh no, I'm here for the smoke. Yeah, no. No, my guy, I do not want to smoke with you. But yeah, that's my feeling on E.T. Like, I wouldn't feel disappointed if it looked like E.T. If you told me my first alien was a mole looking thing that eats cats, yeah, I'd feel a little disappointed. I'll be honest with you. You know, that's a good question I might ask later. I might put it out there to the peoples, like, after playing as much Mass Effect as you are, if you met your first alien and it would be Alf or E.T., how would you feel? By the way, I love the kitchen setup. But do any of your characters cook, or is it that Sub-Zero Sub-Zero fridge fraud? You know, I don't know. I don't know if any of the characters. I may watch E.T. this weekend. I miss it. And Alf never made me cry. You know, that's a good point. That's a good point. That's a good point. You know, I might actually watch E.T. That was somebody that was playing Alf. I want to say there was somebody that was streaming Alf on Twitch. I don't know if it was like the official Alf team, but they were doing an Alf marathon. Excuse me. Excuse me. They were doing an official Alf marathon. So I don't know. I may actually watch E.T. or Alf and kind of take my Mass Effect bias out of it when I watch it, but it's hard. It's hard. Like when I got to Endwalker in Final Fantasy and I started seeing some of the things, it's like, is that the Geth? Is that the Final Fantasy version of the Geth? Wait a minute. You know, is the final boss a Reaper with extra steps? You know, have the Reapers been around since the beginning of before the Sundering and all these other different things? You know, so I will try to take my mind out of, if I ever watch E.T. or Alf again, try to take my mind out of the Citadel races and all this other stuff like that. I will try so hard not to. But I would be looking at every dialogue like, where was the council during this time? Where is Alf actually from? From the Terminus systems. Was E.T. from one of the Terminus systems? I'm gonna try not to. It's gonna be hard. But yeah, man. Yeah, TD. That's just where the series is with me. You know, even when I do start playing Starfield soon enough, The Reapers are gonna be somewhere in my head. You know, is this gonna be some version of Post Andromeda? Shep has all of those pots. Jerome probably has his mama bringing stuff over when he puts it in the oven before. You know what? Kurt, I would say Kurt does cook. I would say Kurt does kind of cook. You know, we got Mess Sergeant Rupert behind us in the kitchen, but I do think Kurt would probably have, if this was Kurt's real ship, he would probably have a what's what I'm looking for? He would have like a small kitchen inside his private quarters when he's cooking for company and whatever. Rome is probably make some pizza. Rome is probably getting some takeout or whatever, or he is going back over to his mama. It's like, what you got in the fridge and whatever. I need something that I can heat up quick. I got. She was making burnt grilled cheese at 3 a.m. Okay, hold on. Oh, Rome is not that bad. Rome ain't that bad. No, but he is probably swinging over to Omega, getting some food from there and bringing it back to the ship. He's going to Afterlife. He's going to Flux. He ain't going to Chorus. Nah. Rome ain't trying to get no female out of Chorus. That just ain't happening. Now, granted, this is the same man who would probably say, you know, yeah, I'll swing through to Omega, but not go to Chorus. That's kind of weird, but I mean, it's Jerome, so who knows? Jerome's mama's not for it. She got a life. She's sending Uber over with the plate in the car that says, let me live, mind your business. You know what? That's about right. That's about right. She know her child. She know her child. She know her child. Depending on what time of the day that phone call is coming, look, he knows the pool his mama got, right? And he gonna use it. If that phone call is coming, like, after 1 o'clock, if that phone call is coming, like, after 1 o'clock, yeah. That Uber is coming. And she probably sitting there like, nah, this ain't the one. This is not the one that's coming through. Because he ain't cooking. This is not the one. Because if you getting reheated stuff, you just a friend. That is Jerome. Especially if he introduces himself as Jerome, you probably ain't the one. Now, if he introduces himself as Curtis, you might have a shot. But anyway, that is an hour and 20 minutes in. So, I believe that is going to be it for the podcast side of In 7 Days. So, let's go ahead on and end this with a bang. So, what the plan is he's courtesy me, just me. It may just mean there's no, I mean, Kurt had been through a lot, right? Kurt had been through a lot, fighting off these Reapers and all this other stuff like that. Like, no, here's what it is. He introduces himself as Kurt. He calling his mama early. He calling his mama, in fact, he calling both his parents early, saying, look, I met this one, right? She looking right. For lack of a better phrase, the eye test, the smell test, and whatever. And I'm not talking like perfume smell, but it's like, I'm listening to her. She don't smell like something slick is about to happen. But Mama, I'm gonna need you to run a quick background check on this one. Just to make sure, especially as the Commander Shepard, you know, far as I know, she worked for Cerberus, and gonna have me experimented on or something like this. Am I taking a break between the podcast and the gameplay? Not really. What I used the break for last time is to kind of reset everything and say, okay, this is the legitimate break between the pod and the gameplay. So I'm not gonna give y'all the minute break this time around. We're gonna go into it because I wasn't planning on even going this long with the pod side of it, but you know, we were having fun. Where's the puppy? The puppy is with the queen right now. Puppy is with the queen right now. So, you know what? Now that I think about it, there's something I do have to do now that I think about it. So I will be back in a minute. So BRB. I'm bringing y'all back to the opening screen because I'm still working on my Be Right Back. So give me a second. Okay. I am back and I forgot to turn my camera on. Good job. Bang. There we go. I have returned. All right, there we go. There we go. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Controller in hand. And let us get back to business. So what we are going to do for the rest of today's stream is we are going to take care of Admiral Hackett's request. One day I'm actually going to put some fish in here. But
incoming message from Admiral Stephen Hackett, Alliance HQ.
Good old Admiral Hackett.
Commander, thank you for your time. I'll keep this brief. We have a deep cover operative out in Batarian space. Name's Dr. Amanda Kenson. Dr. Kenson recently reported that she found evidence of an imminent Reaper invasion.
So why call me?
Just this morning I received word that the Batarians arrested her. They're holding her in a secret prison outpost on terrorism charges.
Oof.
I need you to infiltrate the prison and get her out of there. As a favor to me, I'm asking you to go in alone.
What is Dr. Kenson actually doing out there?
She's a deep cover operative, Shepard. We talk only when we have to. I'd heard she was investigating a rumor of a Reaper artifact in the system. Her last report said she'd found it.
What else can you tell me about the operative?
Amanda's a top scientist and Alliance agent working in Batarian space. It's a deadly assignment, and she's one of the few up to the challenge. She and I go back pretty far, Commander. I won't let her rot away in a Batarian torture camp.
Yeah, considering the history between humans and Batarians.
I thought the Alliance denies the Reaper threat. That must be some proof she found.
Kenson's team found an artifact out in Batarian space. She believes it's a Reaper device, proof that the Reapers are indeed planning to invade. I've known her a long time. If she says she has proof, it's worth checking out.
And also considering how the Alliance handled the continuing Reaper threat. This is one of the things that always cracks me up and why Admiral Hackett is one of my favorite characters in this series. Council-wise, you know, like when you become a Spectre or whatever, Hackett calls you up, hey man, I need a favor. Could you handle this for me? Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. You, in Mass Effect 2, are working for basically a terrorist organization. Admiral Hackett calls you up and says, hey man, I need a favor. Like, come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. What are we doing?
I have a hell of a squad with me. I'm sure they'd help out.
Kenson is my friend. If the Batarians see a squad of armed soldiers, they'll kill her. This is serious, Commander. Go in with discretion, or don't go at all.
The Batarians won't take kindly to the Alliance breaking into a secret prison.
This is not an Alliance operation. It's one person going in alone to save a friend. If it were an official mission, of course the Batarians would be upset. You keep this quiet, Shepard, and there's nothing to worry about.
This is just so slick. If this was an Alliance operation, that'd be a different story. But you're not Alliance, technically.
I'll make this a priority.
The prison is hidden underground in a Batarian outpost on Aratat. I'll upload the coordinates now. Once she's secure, confirm her discovery. We'll debrief you when you're back.
Got it.
Hackett out.
And the funny thing is, Admiral Hackett always has this man's phone number and email, regardless of whatever happens. Let's see, any other? All right. Okay, so Cerberus crap, whatever. Private tombs. To those who don't know, this is from the Spacer quest. Like if you play as a quote unquote Spacer in Mass Effect 1, you do get a special request. I'm not gonna reveal it. I'm gonna have a video coming out on it later, but you do have a quest where you run into Tombs and y'all have an interaction, and if Tombs survives the interaction, he'll get a little miffed by Mass Effect 2. And that's what this letter is for. So he's a little miffed about what happened, and now that you're joining Cerberus. And then there is Kate. This is from X57. The one, if you remember my video of Grounded, the one where the asteroid is heading over to the planet and whatever, Terra Nova, she was the one that was calling you saying, please shut down the fusion torches. So she was too shook to really talk to you beforehand. So it's one of those, good to see she's okay after all the stuff that's going on. Let's see. This smells like some buffoonery. This smells like a scam. Bumming me for 20 grand in credits. Now we're good. And more spam mail. This is Chairman Burns, I believe, with the L2 Biotics and their reparations. And really? Okay. How many people in the chat, just looking at the final line, how many people in the chat remember these emails? How many people in the chat remember these emails? When it said, you know, send these to 6 other people and all your dreams come true and blah, 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 blah. Who remember these chain emails? Okay, and oh, hey Shepard, I have you to thank for getting out of purgatory. Said it shipped around me up, but they didn't weapons check good enough. And to carve your name inside of mine, instead of mine, into my next victim as thanks. Got anyone you need dead. You did take a shot at me on the way out, so I have to kill you. You know how it goes. Dad taught me you can't, you let anybody hurt you, they get ideas. So make sure you send a message. Not like I'm sending now, though. See you around. See you around. The people who live here are coming back, and it's showtime. Look around for your name. I'll make sure you find it before I find you. Okay, Billy. This is the guy from the Archangel quest. The young kid who bought the $5 gun. Hey, Arya gave me this address. I think I met you at Afterlife on Omega. You stopped me from joining up with those mercs who were trying to take out Archangel. Man, I was so pissed off at you. I got blind drunk that night, and it was a few days later before I got it together enough to check the news vids and saw that almost all those mercs had gotten killed by Archangel. I don't know who you are or if you got out of here alive yourself, but thanks. I feel really stupid when I heard about the body count and how I could have been part of it. I'll make the most with what you did for me. See? Good. Good. Curtis doing everything he can for the kids. Though he don't know who I am, but somehow he found my email. Okay. Nala Butler. Commander Shepard, my husband was one of the men serving on Garrus's team. I don't know how much Garrus talked to you about what happened. I don't know the specifics myself. Only that my husband died in the trap set by those bastard gangs. I know Garrus blames himself. He took every shot fired at his squad as a failure on his part. And it was clear when he sent me the message about my husband that he thinks it was his fault. My husband would never have wanted that. He was proud of the work he did on Garrus' squad. He was taking back Omega from the gangs. He died fighting with honor. I miss him. Gotta get everything to get him back. But whatever happened there wasn't Garrus' fault. You're his commander now. Please, if you can, help him stop blaming himself. Please don't tell him I sent you this. Thank you. Those left behind. I mean, it is kind of like we talked earlier about the whole Caden thing. The whole Caden thing, like, you can't save everybody and whatever. So many people wishes they could have saved Caden or Ashley, whichever one got left behind, but you can't. Kind of like that with Garrus. You have to move on. You know, in many ways, live for them. Let's see. Oh yeah, this is Daniel, the doc or Morden's assistant. Commander, I want to thank you again for saving me from those Batarians. Thought I'd seen the worst of people's anger and fear at Dr. Solis' clinic. I had no idea how much anger his work was keeping in check, and how bad it really was. Not for you, I'd be dead. Thank you. The clinic is doing well. You got rid of most of the plague, and I've been able to handle the rest without too much trouble. The Blue Suns keep offering to take over security here. Keep the mechs powered on. I won't make the same mistake twice. There you go. Yes, yes. Let's not get back into the extortion racket. Let's see. Commander, the Alliance soldier here gave me this contact information. I hope it reaches you. Robin Reeve. You said you were trying to stop those collectors. They took my son and my brother. Have you found them? Do you know where they are? I know you're looking, but so many people are just gone. Every family lost someone. The children are the worst. Empty desks at the schools, winter clothes that never got worn. Please, the Alliance isn't doing anything. The Council isn't doing anything. If you can find our people, I'm begging you to do something. Tell me something I can do. Tell me anything. They out of sight. It's best I can tell you. This is Project Firewalker from one of the, next name of that. Side quest that I did. More Firewalker. And more Firewalker. I'll do that later. More Firewalker. To Shepard from Cerberus Information Processing. We're aware that your old friend Liara Tassoni has been hunting for the Shadow Broker for several years. Wouldn't mind helping her in her hunt, given the broker's past work for the collectors. We recently uncovered some information that might give Liara a lead on where to find the Shadow Broker's base of operations. But unfortunately, she doesn't have much faith in Cerberus intel. You'd visit Ilium and pass it on to her as a gesture of goodwill. We'd appreciate it. So that will be later. That'll be after we get a lot more of the other stuff done. But Liara is one of the reasons why I want to watch, or I want to get some of the comics, because there's a lot of things that happen in between the end of Mass Effect 1 and that 2-year gap that you were quote unquote dead, or at least pronounced dead, and when you got to, or when you were alive again. So yeah.
Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
Let's see, Kelly, is there anything else?
Is it true we have a pod containing a baby Krogan down in the cargo hold?
Not a baby. He's a full-grown super soldier, ready for combat.
Please be careful if you decide to birth him. His personality is completely unknown. Anyway, how may I help you, Commander?
Is there anything I should know?
Garrus received some news that put fire in his eyes. Maybe you should speak with him down in the main battery. Anything else, Commander?
That'll be all.
I'll
All right.
be here if you need me.
We will take care of Garrus in a bit. So let's get up out of here. River Cerberus operative. No, we'll do that later. Where are we supposed to go? Let me check. Assignments. Aratot. Bahak System, Viper Nebula. So we will head there. Nope, no, not the Omega 4 relay. That's a bit of a jump in where we're supposed to be going. Jack will take care of you later. Where is that at? Not Titan Nebula, not Rosetta. Hades Nexus. I'm trying to remember off the top of my head where this place actually is. Okay, Viper Nebula, Bahak System. I gotta remember Viper Nebula. Titan Nebula. Where is Viper? Hourglass, Eagle, Rogan DMZ. That's the local cluster. Ah, Viper. Still my favorite loading screen in gaming. All right, off to Aratot. So, since I'm going at it alone, let's see, make sure I got my Black Storm. Let's see, expresses the energy. Nope. Nope, not the arc projector. Let's see. You know what? Let's go with the nuke launcher instead of the black hole gun. Why not? Turn off the power. I wonder if cutting off the power opens the door. And also, I'm pretty sure Shep could have just snuck his way through the bars from the landing pad. Man. Nope. Guess that don't work.
They've seen us. Barry. The Batarians must send their prisoners down here to die. I have to find Dr. Kenson now.
Okay, there's the bridge. Anything down here? No. Okay. Yeah, I don't think this is necessarily electrically safe. Oof. Oof. That's just nasty. That's right. There is no crouch here.
This place is run down.
No, I saw a dog here. Where you at, partner? I gotta be careful with my bullets.
Get the human in question.
Get your hands off me!
That ain't good. Where's the power to this thing? Since I'm trying to conserve ammo, okay, it's one valve, second valve. Look at that. Oh, that was a sniper rifle. All right. That should bleed the valve from that way. All right, back to the Vindicator. Don't mind if I do.
Humans are scurrying like vermin out in the asteroid belt. Is anywhere safe from them? We should arm a mission to flush them all out.
Sorry, buddy. Y'all tried that before. Didn't quite work.
This is valuable.
Ooh. More heavy weapon ammo. Let's go. Okay. Anything up here? No. What else we got? Oh, that's right. Let me turn this off now. Tactically.
They wanted to slam an asteroid in the past relay. Can they even do that? What difference does it make? We caught them.
Okay. There and there. I can't get to it. At least not yet. Let's see. What y'all got in here? Y'all got coffee? Y'all got caffeine? Does the Batarians even drink caffeine? Study long, study wrong.
Still got her down in the prison. I'd just kill her. Interrogating a human's a waste of time.
Blah.
Shield down.
Flashbang. Not today. Come on out, buddy. Come on out. It's fine. Wrong corner. All right, I need ammo for the sniper rifle. $400 for the salvage. I'll take that, baby. All right, what y'all got in here? This is an inspection. This is a spot inspection. Where's your money? I need to see it. I need y'all to put it in my hand. I got back due insurance payments for all the times I crashed to Mako. It is expected that y'all pay for it. Y'all are to pay for my my unorthodox driving.
Relay can't be damaged, much less destroyed. Those humans will do anything to destroy, but swear, we have to make this one an example to the others. We can't respond kindly to terrorists.
Peekaboo.
Grabbing cover!
Appreciate you. Now what I need to do is go back to my infernal armor or ammo. There we go.
47 days straight without time off, and now there's humans in the prison below. I can't get a break. There's 300,000 people in this colony. You'd think someone could cover for me one night.
This is what happens when you're too good at your job there, my guy.
There's a shuttle incoming. Clear the hangar bay.
Right there. No. Okay. Moving on.
I heard an artifact on that asteroid, though. The humans got it. If they did, they'd have swarmed in and put flags all over it.
Anything else around here? No? Okay. Get around here. May not be the smartest of ideas. Ooh. I stand corrected. Another 1,000 grain in a med kit. I did say it may not be a good idea.
Our convoy intercepts paid off. We picked up a message to the Alliance coming from somewhere in the asteroid belt. This
All right. Okay, so how do I shut you off? Take it it's not in here. Oh, got power. What to say? I know I wasn't losing my mind or anything.
Apparently the mastermind. If she doesn't talk, kill her.
Hello, gentlemen. Shinku Hadouken!
The humans still won't tell us where their base is. No way we'll find it, even if we have to scan every asteroid out there. I wonder if those humans actually found something. Our torture is too great if it gets that information out of them.
And yes, in case you were wondering, it was necessary. It was absolutely necessary. It had to be done. Anything there? Nope. Okay. Okay, nobody in here. What else we got? Anything in here? Already done that one. Is there another door that I'm missing? I thought I saw something that says open door. Oh. Yeah, it's that one. Okay. All right. Where is the next area? Keep looking back at this spot. Sorry there, homie. Sorry you had to go. Okay. Oh! Oh! Oh no! Okay. That is a Reaper. Okay, so where is the... I'm missing something here. Because it's telling me I have to be here. Huh. Weird. And I can't save. Can't do the reset. What was my last save? $13 because if memory serves me correctly, this is where I'm supposed to be. And knew something was up. Maybe the nuke was a bad idea. Okay, let me restart. Maybe using the nuke launcher was not the smartest of ideas. This is where the intercom is. Oh. You know, gang, I might have royally screwed up using the nuke launcher. Oops. All right, let me back up. Let me back up completely. Yeah, let me back up completely and that changes anything. That's what I get for having too much fun.
They've seen us. Baron, the Batarians must send their prisoners down here to die. I have to find Dr. Kenson now.
Oof. So I'm gonna go out on the limb and say, probably wasn't the best idea to use the nuke on two Batarians, no matter how fun it was.
This place is run down.
Get the humans questioned.
Get your hands off me!
I've heard all of this. Gas, turn that off. That gas. Cook him. Personal logs.
Like vermin out in the asteroid belt.
Give me that.
Anywhere safe from them. We should arm a mission to flush them all out.
And let me catch back up to what I was doing beforehand. No matter how fun it was.
An asteroid to the mass relay. Can they even do that? What difference does it make? We fought.
You ain't getting away this time there, bucko. Dang it. To the head. Cinemass, Cinemass. Cinemass, Cinemass. It's the best way to get the Cinemass. Okay, so now let's get through this door.
Really can't be damaged, much less destroyed. Those humans will do anything to destroy, I swear. We have to make this one an example to the others. We can't respond kindly to terrorists.
Blah.
Go into cover!
Bang, bang. Appreciate you. All right.
I've worked 47 days straight without time off, and now there's humans in the prison below. There's a shuttle incoming. Clear the hangar bay.
All right. Everything's gonna be Inferno ammo here on.
I heard an artifact was found at that asteroid belt. And the humans got it. If they did, they swarmed in and put flags all over.
And down we go. Now we're back to where we were. All right, let's open this up before somebody decides to crush me. Got the power. Another $400.
It's coming from somewhere.
This one's apparently the mastermind, if she doesn't talk.
Okay, so I think I did do that. And everybody got cooked. Yep, that's exactly what happened.
The humans still won't tell us where their base is. No way we'll find it, even if we have to scan every asteroid out there. I wonder if those humans actually found something.
Hey there, my guy.
Who are you? What are you doing?
Dr. Kenson, I'm Commander Shepard. I'm here to get you out.
Commander Shepard? I'd heard you were alive. Hackett must have received my message.
We're not safe here. Can you walk?
I'm fine. Just give me a moment.
We have to go. Now.
If we can find a console, I can hack security. Make us an escape path.
My wonder is, why does he always keep getting these extra pistols?
Then we'll find them. Go.
Oof.
Ready.
Give me that leg. And I'll take a little bit more money.
This is a cell block. There should be a security console here somewhere.
So, gang, as a quick note, when playing this area,
Access is restricted. Enter authorization code.
yeah, as a quick note to people who are playing this game, don't use the nuke to get her out of here, because you will blow her up while you're at it. You did. Just to keep that in mind. Ah, crit. Move, 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 move.
Overloading.
Yeah, that was terrible. Cook this man. Cook this man. Okay. Security Council.
They know we're here. Keep them off me while I hack us a way out.
Suppress the team to cell block now.
And where you jokers at? Since I'm going defensive, sniper rifle won't be the best, at least for my skill set. Take that. Come on, reload, refill.
We need to close the door we came in through. Keep them out. They're coming through that door in the back. Lock it down.
No, this is not good. That's not good. Oof. And that's what I get for going that way.
They know we're here. Keep them off me while I hack us a way out.
Suppress the teams to cell block now.
All right, where y'all coming from? There you are. Since y'all want to be here.
We came in through. Keep them out. They're coming through that door in the back. Lock it down.
Watch the heavy! Heavy weapon! Heavy weapon! Watch the heavy!
I'm about to say, I am not about to get smoked
That door closed.
like this. This cat and mouse nonsense.
They're coming through that door in the back. Lock it down.
Woo!
I need
Get that door closed.
Dang it, dang it. Move, move, move. Not very.
Get that door closed.
I'm trying, lady.
below.
I'm trying, child. I'm trying. Unfortunately. Come on, why did I get stuck here? All right, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm done playing with y'all.
They know we're here. Keep them off me while I hack us a way out.
Support the teams to cell block, now.
We need to close the door we came in through. Keep them out. They're coming through that door in the back. Lock it down. They're coming up from below.
Okay, finally, one door down.
Unlocking all doors to the hangar. Still need more time.
Come on.
Bringing down their orbital tracking network.
Move.
Watch the other side. More enemies on the elevators.
Not there, ship.
There's an elevator that leads up to the hangar. I'll bring it down to us. Almost done.
Crap. That'll hopefully get rid of some of these idiots.
That did it. Let's move.
About to say, Kenton, anytime now.
Get to the hangar. Do not let them escape.
Oh, one last thing. The hangar doors are hard locked. We'll have to get those open the old-fashioned way.
Leave that to me.
Yeah.
Gotcha!
All right, slide. Dang it. GG. Oh, that was terrible. Yeah, I got somebody, but Reload. Only have one heavy weapon ammo left. Yeah, crap.
Disabling systems.
Dang it. There we go. Come on. Come on. Work your head out. You too. Okay, now what? Ah!
We have to break the locks on the bay doors.
Outro we go. All right, fellas. Study long, study wrong. Appreciate it.
Engaging autopilot. We should be well out of range before they get their security measures unscrambled.
Do you think they'll come after you?
I'm not taking any chances. Batarians don't take kindly to humans who plan to destroy their mass relays.
So the charges against you are true.
Well, to be fair, that's about half the story. My people and I were here investigating rumors of Reaper technology out in the fringes of this system.
I guess you found something.
We found proof that the Reapers will be arriving in this system. When they get here, they'll use its mass relay to travel throughout the galaxy. We call it the Alpha Relay. From here, the Reapers can invade anywhere in the galaxy.
Oh.
Decided to destroy it.
Exactly. Doing that would stop the Reapers' invasion. Even at FTL speeds, it'd be months or years before they got to the next relay. We came up with what we just called the Project. A plan to launch a nearby asteroid into the relay and destroy it before the Reapers could arrive. Of course, the resulting explosion would probably wipe out the system.
Oh, so I know what this one is. I think this is the Arrival DLC.
How did you plan to launch an asteroid into a mass relay?
Moving an asteroid just requires thrust and guidance, which are readily available in Omega's salvage yards. Get the right amount of power and a good VI to drive it, and you can pretty much just point and shoot.
I've always heard that mass relays are indestructible.
I've heard that too, but I think it's more that nobody's willing to find out what happens when one is destroyed. And, well, we plan to slam a small planet into the thing at very high speed. By our calculations, that's more than enough.
A small planet.
Is the project still operational?
I imagine it is. We were one button press away from launch when the Batarians arrested me.
Why do you think destroying the mass relay would destroy the entire system?
Mass relays are the most powerful Mass Effect engines in the known galaxy. The energy released from a relay's destruction would probably resemble a supernova. This is a remote system, but just over 300,000 Batarians live on the colony where they held us. The explosion would undoubtedly kill them all.
How were you caught?
We've been smuggling Starship parts from Omega. Thrusters, guidance, and aftermarket ESO core. The Batarians thought that looked suspicious. A few days ago, I took a few of the men on a scouting trip, and the Batarians pounced on us. They never found our actual base.
I still don't see how you learned about this supposed invasion.
Yeah.
The evidence came from what we call Object Rho, a Reaper artifact we discovered among the asteroids near the relay itself. When we get back to Arcturus Station, I'll explain everything and provide copies of all our notes on the artifact.
What is a Reaper artifact doing on an asteroid?
We don't know, or even what its purpose is. Some things are just too old or large to comprehend. Even a Reaper thousands of years dead contains power. Their artifacts are worthy of study, regardless of their purpose.
I don't like this. Because if you remember from Vermeer and indoctrination, Reapers can indoctrinate people. Some are fast, some are slow. And you're literally hanging around a Reaper artifact. Or maybe a dead Reaper. And on top of that, if you remember from, I think it was, if you've read it, but if you read the comics, if memory served me correctly, the Turians had found a Reaper artifact and it corrupted them.
If you're working near a Reaper artifact, how have you avoided indoctrination?
We've been very careful. We know what we're dealing with.
Really?
We're not speaking to a child, Shepard. I saw what Sovereign did at the Citadel. Trust me, I know what's at stake.
You saw the firepower of this thing, not the tactics.
The stakes are too high. If you were willing to destroy a whole system over this, I want to see your proof.
I guess I can't argue with that. Give me a moment. Kenson to Project Base.
Good to hear your voice, Doctor. You coming home?
Affirmative. And I've got Commander Shepard with me.
Shepard? Really?
Tidy up the lab. The Commander needs to confirm the artifact.
Right. I'll get everything set up for your arrival. Project Base out.
Yes, I'm here for inspection.
Just sit back and relax. We'll be there in no time.
Because if this goes the way it's supposed to go, the way that you say it goes, you are asking me to tell Admiral Hackett, yes, I potentially saved your friend from jail, but blew up 300,000 people on top of that. On the other hand, if this is really the Reaper threat, you can't necessarily tell the Batarians on that colony to basically get out of Dodge. Especially by a human.
Welcome to Project Base.
What's this?
That's our countdown to arrival. When that gets to 0, the Reapers will have come. Just over 2 days and counting. Puts things in perspective, doesn't it?
How do you know that's an accurate countdown?
It is. The artifact has been giving off pulses at definite intervals since we found it. The intervals have been decreasing at a steady rate. The artifact is reacting to the Reaper's proximity. In just over 48 hours, the pulses will become constant, and the Reapers will be here.
Ladies and gentlemen, you ever wonder why math and why you should care about math? There you go. There's an example.
How do you know that's an accurate countdown?
It is.
I already did that.
Reacting to the Reaper's
You're
proximity.
saying the Reapers could be at Earth in 2 days? There's no time to waste.
Then let's show you that proof. That door exits the hangar. The artifact is in our central lab area. Go through the door at the end of that corridor to your left.
And you won't let me pull out my gun?
So what would it take to get the project back up and running?
Everything was in place when we were arrested. It wasn't a question of could we, but should we.
What alternative do we have?
The Reapers will reach this system regardless. But the Alpha Relay is their shortcut to the rest of the galaxy. If you want to keep the Reapers at bay, this relay must be destroyed.
We have to get the project running again. It's probably the only chance we have.
One sec. Let me get the door. Commander Shepard, I give you Object Rho.
You have the Reaper artifact just sitting here? Out in the open?
Why?
We found it. It showed me a vision of the Reaper's arrival.
Kenson, this is not good.
No.
Give it a moment, Shepard. It'll give you the proof you need.
I have hit enough quote-unquote Prothean beacons to know this. Now. Ugh.
I can't let you start the project, Shepard. I can't let you stop the arrival.
Okay, that was weird.
Take him down!
There! Fire!
Just lost OBS for a second, but we're back. Looks like it. Take that to the head. Really don't have time for this? Black hole gun, won't you come? You all know the joke.
Do not resist. Give yourself over and be spared.
How about now? Oh crap. Run, 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 run! And Shepard gets cooked. Ah!
Take him to the med bay and patch him up. We want Shepard alive.
Oh, that's nightmare fuel?
Like Shepard was waking up a moment ago. But it could be a glitch in the system. No glitch. The sedatives aren't working. Security!
Cutter! Give me my stuff! Tired of y'all robbing me! Oh, I'm gonna find a way out, chick. I'm gonna find you! Okay. Take that, take that, take that. I gotta get past the glass.
Shepard's escaped. All available personnel.
The project is almost complete. I thought I'd feel a sense of accomplishment, but instead, I feel dread.
All right, give me my stuff.
We're doing something terrible.
Let's see. I think that is. Wait, let me change the Vindicator to the Maddock. Ah, I've missed my clues.
I have to get this asteroid moving and get the hell out of here.
All right, let's get this door open. Use first. There's that. And the ground. Okay.
Shepard's past them. All personnel, get in there.
Anything else in here? Nope.
Secure the project control room. Do not let Shepard in there.
Okay, chat.
Get ready. Let's go.
While we are, while you're watching me fail.
Stop Shepard.
Oh yeah, I forgot. While you're watching me kind of fail, check out the question of the day. And also, if you're in the chat and you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button while you're at it. Shameless plug. But yeah, the question of the day is, what got you into your favorite series? I've told y'all mine with me and Mass Effect. Too slow. Study long, study wrong. Yeah, we talked about how I got into one of mine. Because I've said it with mine before. I've said it before, but Mass Effect and Final Fantasy are my two favorite series of all time.
She's acting strange lately. Like she doesn't care about the project anymore. I know I'm not the only one having those dreams.
You're being indoctrinated!
She says, but I'm not sure if I'm hearing fear or hope in her voice.
Okay, the Maddock might actually be a better bet for me. Especially, I think I have AoE fire. Me more ammo. I saw some Ezo. Oh, Ezo's over there. All right, cool. But yeah. Yeah.
The longer we're here, the more I'm convinced that the project must be stopped.
One day I'll tell you the story of how I actually partially got into the Final Fantasy. But yeah, these are my two favorite series of all time.
Legends say they've come through before, and yet life continues, doesn't it?
That sounds a lot like Saren just now.
Shepard's heading for project control. Get in there, now.
All right, Bucko, where you at? Yeah. Take a couple shots. There we go. Yeah, we ready for a break. Get ready to fire. Come on, reload shields. Get. You first, pal. Yeah, this is definitely the AoE fire. I will take that. You know, these clowns have to be pinned down. All right. Going to sniper. I'm back with Inferno ammo. You first. Take it to the head! Take it to the head, baby! Hour 50. Where's the ammo? I need more ammo before I hit this button. I don't know what happens next. Screw it.
Welcome to Project Control.
I want to activate the project.
Warning. Activating the project will result in an estimated 305,000 casualties. Do you wish to continue?
Either 300 now or trillions later.
Activation in progress. Warning. Collision with mass relay is imminent. Begin evacuation procedures.
Alert. All colonists living in the Bahak system. This is...
Shepard, no! Do you have any idea what you've done? You leave me no choice. If we can't stop this asteroid, it must be destroyed.
Tell me where to find Dr. Amanda Kenson.
Dr. Kenson is traveling to the reactor core module.
An ESO-core meltdown should do it. Because of you, everyone on this rock will be obliterated.
Not if I get to you first.
Don't stand there! Don't stand there! I don't want to hear nothing from Batarians saying I don't care about them. I don't want to hear a single solitary thing from a Batarian from here on out. All right, nothing down here. Because I have saved y'all behind. I don't want to hear it. All right, I did not expect this to be the Arrival DLC, so dropping the nuke from orbit is gonna have to come Friday.
Don't try to stop me, Shepard. I have to do this.
No, you don't.
Stop now, Kenson. Hackett's friend or not, I will kill you.
You're forcing my hand, Shepard. You know that.
And you're forcing mine, chick. Crazy lady.
There's no escape. There's no redemption for what you've done. I will die, never having seen the Reaper's blessings, and you will just die.
Damn it, Kenson.
You idiots!
Shepard is trapped. Keep him in there.
That ain't gonna happen, lady! All I need is bullet. All I need is bullet to open door.
Safety protocols disengaged. Core temperature rising.
Awkward. Yes! AoE fire! I love it! All y'all can literally get the smoke.
Warning. Access to the reactor area is restricted.
How do I stabilize the reactor core?
All automatic safety protocols have been overridden. To stabilize the reactor core, manually insert cooling rod A from this control station. Manually insert cooling rod B from control station B. Doing so will stabilize the reactor core. Cooling rod A reinserted. Reactor cooling process has begun.
Wonderful! I'm working at a nuclear power plant.
I need more time. Get in there.
Where is the other one? Burn! Burn, smoky burn! In 7 days, a great day for me, but not for you.
Please wait. Plasma venting in progress.
All right, a little bit of money.
Plasma venting aborted.
Turn off the breathing of the fire. You know, the more I think about all of the stuff that... Okay. I have to say this. Where the plasma vent is, do you understand how hot that is? Right? Quick story. I'm not gonna go too far into it. But quick story. I was working, this was my first deployment. There was a breaker that was out that was controlling the lights over in this one small hangar. You know, it was one of those open hangars, right? And there was a plane there that was getting ready to leave the hangar to head out to the taxiway. I was getting ready to get out right after the plane left. My boss grabs me. He's like, "You don't want to go in there. You don't want to do it. That light can wait." Okay, so we sat there for about 10 minutes. Then he says, "Finally, you can go." As hot as it was, now keep in mind, this is Southwest Asia in the middle of summer. As hot as it was getting out of the truck, let me explain something to you. Going to where that breaker was, which was probably 10 to 20 feet away from where the engine exhaust was, felt at least twice as hot. No, we're good. We're good. I wasn't sweating as bad just walking up. Probably, I'd say 100 meters to where the breaker box was from the truck. Those last 10 meters felt like I got put into a furnace. So think about that when you're looking at this area where, you know, plasma fire exhaust is sitting here. Yeah, no, you're not just walking past that. Yeah, you are not just casually walking through it. Okay. Some EZO. Yeah, you're not going from that plasma. You're not going from just that to oof. You're not going from that to just walk through air temperatures. Ah, I missed that shot. We did. And all of it. So yeah, no matter how much they tell you, you are not walking through that just casually. I would understand if Shepard was in full mask, full helmet and all that, but he has an open visor. That's not happening.
Warning. Access to the reactor area is restricted.
This is Williams. I've got Shepard loaded in the maintenance area, requesting backup. Backup!
There's your backup, pal.
Security log overridden.
Appreciate you. Oof. I could say couldn't happen to a nicer guy, but you know, you did try to kill me, so not much sympathy for you there, pal. Jensen, you don't know what you're doing.
Shield down.
Line up the shot. Cook this man. Oh yeah, this is much better. Cook this man. Did he throw it? No, he didn't. Well, I got him before he threw it out there. All right, cool. So no flashbangs for you. Take that.
Shepard.
You first, crazy people. This man literally tried to cook me. You ain't Gordon Ramsay. He did. Good night, my friend. All right, let's get this door open. So we got ground first. Then the fuse. And nuclear physicist time.
Cooling rod B reinserted. Reactor meltdown averted. Core temperature dropping.
You've done nothing, Shepard. I can still override power to the engines. Try to stop me.
Well, I mean, you did ask nicely. Don't threaten me with a good time.
Step away from the reactor.
You've ruined everything. I can't hear the whispers anymore.
Turn around. Now.
You've taken them away from me. I will never see the Reaper's arrival.
Don't do it!
All you had to do.
Sorry, ma'am. Ow.
Warning. Collision imminent. Warning. Collision imminent. Warning.
Ow.
Warning. Collision.
Ow.
Warning. Collision imminent. Warning. Collision imminent.
Okay. I get it. I hear it.
Joker, this is Shepard. I need a pickup. Now.
Communication system damaged.
Really?
Damn it.
Evacuation protocols in effect. All personnel report to escape shuttles.
Where can I find an escape shuttle?
Take the lift from this room to the external access. From there, proceed to the communications tower. The remaining escape shuttles will be located on the tower's landing pad.
I have to get to that comm tower and take a shuttle. It's my only chance.
I got to go, homie. I got to go. Depending on how much time I have left before we actually get to the shuttle, what I might do is do a separate save.
We can use this.
Yep, I will take that. I can't leave money on the table. I can't help it. We're fighting the Reapers. I need everything I can get my hands on.
Warning. Alpha relay collision imminent. Evacuation is recommended.
Are you telling me I can't go through that door because, you know, we're about to collide into a planet? Where is the survey data? Give me that. More money. More heavy weapons. All right, suit up. We're going out. We've been here before. Come on, burn. Take that. And that. Let me tell you something. I don't know if anybody in the chat has ever been hit by a flashbang IRL. To say it does not feel good would be the understatement of the year. Nope. Come on, just a little bit more. Back to fire. Ah, crud. I know where it's coming from. Gotta schmove, baby. Gotta schmove. Yep, I need ammo. I need ammo. I need ammo. I need ammo. Appreciate you. All right. Don't even have a quick save. What I was hoping to do where is the comm? Where is the communications array? I thought I saw it. There we go.
External comm channel open.
Shepard to Normandy. Joker, do you read me?
More? You.
Shepard, you have become an annoyance. You fight against inevitability, dust struggling against cosmic winds. This seems a victory to you. A star system sacrificed. But even now, your greatest civilizations are doomed to fall. Your leaders will beg to be harvested.
Maybe you're right. Maybe we can't win this. But we'll fight you regardless. Just like we did Sovereign. Just like I'm doing now.
Yes, sir!
However insignificant we might be, we will fight, we will sacrifice, and we will find a way. That's what humans do.
Know this as you die in vain. Your time will come. Your species will fall. Prepare yourselves for the arrival.
Okay.
Commander Shepard, Normandy inbound for pickup.
Roger that.
Time to go! Time to go, baby! Whee! Joker, we gotta go! Are we taking the same relay we're about to destroy?
Get us out of here, Joker.
Where have I heard that line before? Gotta go, man. Gotta go, gotta go. We'll make sure we close the door on the way out. Whee!
Huh. Looks like you've recovered.
Admiral Hackett.
Sounds like you went through hell down there. How are you feeling?
Fine. No more visions, if that's what you mean. I wasn't expecting to see you here.
You went out there as a favor to me. I decided to debrief you in person. That was before the mass relay exploded and destroyed an entire Batarian system. What the hell happened out there, Commander?
And there it is. Having to explain, justify 350,000 deaths. That is going to be blamed on the Alliance at least. Now, I said before at the beginning of the N7 Day pod is I've never beaten 3. I've barely played 3, to be honest. I don't know the full repercussions of this. But to say how much we've pissed off the Batarians, any words I say would be an understatement. Because to put it in perspective, this would be like some ways, depending on where you live, this will be somewhere between sinking a capital city of a rival / enemy country for quote unquote the greater good and having to justify it to the UN. Yeah.
Have you received any intel about what happened?
All I know is I sent you out there to break Amanda Kenson out of prison. And now an entire system is destroyed. I hope you could fill in the leap of logic between those two events.
I confirmed Dr. Kenson's proof. The Reapers were coming, and destroying that relay was the only way to stop them. Kenson sedated me for almost 2 days. I started the engines with little more than an hour left. I tried to warn the Batarian colony, but time ran out.
The Batarians report no survivors from Aratat. At least you tried. And you believe the Reaper invasion really was a threat?
No doubt about it. We literally had minutes to spare.
I'm sure all the details are in your report. I won't lie to you, Shepard. The Batarians will want blood, and there's just enough evidence for a witch hunt. And we don't want war with the Batarians. Not with the collectors out there taking our colonists.
What are you saying?
You did what you did for the best of reasons, but there were more than 300,000 Batarians in that system. All dead.
This ain't the time to be a jerk about this. Because I'm not going to go too deep into all this, but you have to make a decision like that. It's a lot more about justification and whatever. I remember a hunter, and no, we're not hunting Batarians when I say this, but when I've heard this from hunters that you have to have respect for the life that you take. Because in many cases, you're using this to feed your family. You're sacrificing someone of a different species for the benefit of your own. In some ways, in a vacuum, it's kind of the same logic. Sacrificed essentially 350,000 Batarians to save trillions. But at the same time, those 350 are on your hands. So to sit there and say, oh, well, it was worth it, that is a bridge too far, even for Jerome.
They died to save trillions of lives. If I could have saved them, you bet your ass I would have.
You're preaching to the choir, Commander. If it were up to me, I'd give you a damn medal. Unfortunately, not everyone will see it that way.
So what do you suggest?
Evidence against you is shoddy at best. But at some point, you'll have to go to Earth and face the music. I can't stop it, but I can and will make them fight for it.
I didn't expect to see you aboard a Cerberus vessel.
I don't like Cerberus or the way they do things. But they brought you back to life, and they're actually doing something about the state of the galaxy. So for now, I can be friendly.
And you know, that's the other thing. That is the other thing when dealing with Admiral Hackett. I can pretty much say, That might be a question I put out. That might be a question I put out for the Mass Effect heads. I wonder how many people actually like Cerberus. Because I hate them. I absolutely hate them. I don't like unregulated terrorist organizations, which should be obvious. But also at the same time, they are doing what the Alliance in the Citadel does not want to do. So we're playing nice with them, at best, at least in my head.
Is the Alliance concerned about the Batarians' response to this incident?
Very. The Batarians have been looking for an excuse to wage war on us since we showed up in the galaxy. If the Reapers invade, we need the galaxy to work together. If we're at war with the Batarians, the other races will be hesitant to give aid to either side.
What's the Alliance doing about the Collectors?
We're setting fleets around our major colonies and evacuating our smaller ones. But the ships that encountered the Collectors haven't reported back. We're outmatched. I'm really hoping you and Cerberus have an ace up your sleeve.
Man to man?
I stop a Reaper invasion and they want to put me up on charges?
It's not a matter of preference, Shepard. You'll be a convenient scapegoat for avoiding open war. Do whatever you have to do out here. But when Earth calls, you make sure you're there with your dress blues on, ready to take the hit. In the meantime, you keep this. I don't need to see a report to know you did the right thing.
Yes, sir.
You've done a hell of a thing, Commander.
And you know, I'd be irritated because I know, oh, I'll turn myself in. They're going to put me in the clink. They know that. And either one of the two things are going to happen. Cerberus is going to find a way to break me out. Brutally, if I may add. Or B, the Reapers come in and basically flatline everything. And the only thing I'm going to be sitting there saying is, and I told y'all. But anyway, this went entirely longer than I expected to go. But I believe that is going to be it for me for today. Appreciate y'all coming through on this special N7 version of the Mass Effect Protocol. Got the DLC done, told some stories about how I grew to love this series, and stuff like that. If I somehow find a way to go through the light version of the astronaut training, or find myself in 0G, I will make sure I video it. If I can live stream it, I definitely will. But, excuse me. With all that being said, thank y'all for coming through. Know that I love y'all. Shout out to all the commanders, the shepherds out there, doing everything they can for the galaxy. And whatnot. Whether you're playing 1 all the way through Andromeda, know that I love y'all. Y'all be blessed. Y'all be well. Y'all abide in peace. And I will see y'all Friday. Y'all take it easy.